Can somebody read that first problem for us? Liam, go ahead.
There are twice as many adults as there are children. Number of boys is thirds that of girls. Find the ratio of the number of boys to the number of girls.
All right, ideas. What do you guys, how would you approach this problem? Mateo.
So if
Uh-huh.
the boys and then or the number find the number of boys and then add 1/3
Ooh.
to the number that is the number of girls and then
How are you going to find the number of boys though?
oh,
Let's start off with a bar model. Okay, I'm going to hide these. Let's see. Hide. There we go. All right, let's start off with the number of boys. So we've got boys, we've got girls, and we've got adults. Okay, really all we need to do is read our word problem carefully. All right, let's ignore adults for a second. The number of boys is 2/3 that of girls. So that means that boys has 2 units, while girls has 3 units. Does that make sense to everybody? From the 2/3? And then it says there are twice as many adults as there are children in a room. So if boys have 2 units, girls have 3 units, how many units do boys and girls have together, Gabby?
5.
Okay, if children have 5 units, how many units do adults have? Say it. 10. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw a bar model with 10 units for them. Okay, go ahead and fill that in with 10, please. Okay. See if I can do this quickly. Here we go. All right, now find the ratio of the number of boys to the number of girls to the number of adults in the room. I want you guys to do a letter ratio first. Boys to girls to adults. I know you can probably skip that step and do it in your head. It's not very hard, but we can't always skip that step when the word problems get harder. Okay, so how many units do boys have? What is it? How about girls? How about adults? Am I done? Yes, I'm done. I'm done. That's the answer. Good. All right, let's move on. Everybody have the notes for that? Finish them up. Okay. Moving right along. Find A to B to C if A to B equals 3 to 2 and B to C equals 2 to 5. Huh. Oh, okay. I bet you guys can do this in your heads already, right? Okay. All right. What's the answer, Maddie? 3 to 2 to 5. Okay. Now hold on. Do you guys think that this might get harder?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to show you how to do this problem so that you're going to be prepared when these are harder. All right. So we're going to make a little chart here. We've got A to B. We're going to make it vertical and B to C. These are 2 different ratios, aren't they? Okay, A has 3 units in the first ratio and B has 2 units in the first ratio. In the second ratio, B also has 2 units and C has 5 units, right? Since B has the same number of units in both ratios, it's like we can compare them. We can compare A to B to C because the unit sizes for B are the same in both. Does that make sense, you guys? Okay. The next one is going to be a little bit different. But for this problem, it's 3 to 2 to 5. And we didn't really have to do anything, but I do want you to copy down this chart right here. Okay. And we'll do it another way for another problem later on. Okay. You guys ready to move on? All right, find x to y to z if x to y is 2 to 3 and y to z is 2 to 3. Okay, now we're going to do this two ways this time. All right, we want to find x to y to z. That's our goal. All right, x and y, here's my first ratio. How many units does x have in the first ratio? Ray? Okay, how many units does y have in the first ratio? Elijah? Okay. How many units does y have in the second ratio? Bastion? How many units does z have in the second ratio? 3. Is y the same now? So can I compare x to y to z yet? No, I need to change the ratios. I'm going to find some equivalent ratios so that y has the same number of units in both ratios. All right, what is the greatest common factor of 3 and 2? Ainsley? 6, right? So I know that the greatest common factor is 6, so I want y to be 6 in both ratios. So I'm going to multiply both of these times what to get to 6? 2, exactly. So y is now going to equal 4. I'm sorry, x is going to equal 4 and y is going to equal 6. What do I multiply down here for y to equal 6? Yeah, I'm going to multiply by 3. So then y is going to equal 6 and z is going to equal 9. Now these are now equal. Now can I compare x to y to z?
Yeah.
All right, what is the ratio? What is the ratio, Elijah?
4 to 6, 4 to 6, 9.
4 to 6 to 9. Okay, great job. Let's do this visually, you guys. We're going to stay on the same problem for just a second. And we're going to draw a bar model. We're going to draw a couple bar models. All right. Let's take x and y, and then y and z. And let's draw some bar models. How many units did x originally have, guys? 2. So let's give x 2 units. How many units did y originally have, class? Okay, so y is going to get 3 units. All right, and in the second ratio, how many units did y have? 2. Okay, we're going to draw it the same size, but we're only going to give it 2 units. Oh, come on, computer. Okay, here we go. And then how many units did z have in the original ratio, class? 3 units. Okay, notice how my bar models are all proportional to each other. We know that y is the same. It's just that the units are different in each ratio. All right, in the first ratio, we multiplied x and y times 2. Okay, so here's how we're going to subdivide. We're just going to subdivide each unit by 2. In the second ratio, we multiplied by 3. So we'll subdivide each unit by 3. Okay, so your bar models should look like that. Now I've got equal sized units in both ratios. And I have, again, nothing's changed. My answer is still the same, but my x has 4 units, y has 6 units, and z has 9 units. If you're really neat with your bar model, your units will end up being the same. Mine aren't even that neat, and they're pretty similar. Are we ready to move on?
Yeah.
Really important that you guys are copying the bar models today. So, sure you're doing that. Okay, here we go. Toyos. These are all reprinted for you. So you guys, let's do this. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to do the first 2, and then I would like you to stop. And we'll check those together before we move on. Okay, so you can use either method to solve these, either using the chart or the bar models, whatever works for you better. Okay, let's go over these. Number 4, given that x to y is 4 to 5 and y to z is 10 to 7, find x, whoopsies, I don't want the answer yet. Find x to y to z. Okay, Charlie, you want to explain how you did this one?
You'd like to that.
You did the chart like this?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Y to Z. Okay, how many units did X start off with?
40.
Okay, and then Y had, and then, yep, and then Z had 7. And so what did you do?
And then I multiplied the first one by 2, and then left it, and then multiplied the other one by 1.
Yeah, so you didn't do anything to the other one. Okay, great job. All right, now Y has 10 units in both ratios. So X to Y to Z is what, Charlie?
8 and 7.
8 to 10 to 7. Nice job. Okay, did anybody struggle with that one? Or was that one pretty easy? Annie,
I did it differently.
how did you do it?
I did it, so I did 5 and 10 and 20. But did you see the greatest common factor?
I'm sorry, least common multiple, but in that, yeah, no, because I messed up. That's why I said the wrong thing. So you want to take them up to the least common multiple. So, yeah. Sorry. Okay. Kala. Oh, are we ready? Okay, so you guys, anybody have questions about this one? Are we good? Okay. Yep, let's do the next one. All right, Kala, tell me how you did this one. You did the graph, you mean the bar model or the chart? Okay, so you did P to Q and Q to R. By the way, guys, sometimes it's helpful also to kind of like draw extra lines. If you have trouble at all with keeping your work straight, I would do something like this. Or you could do like a double line between the two ratios. That might be helpful. All right, Kala, go ahead. How many units does P have to start?
4.
Okay, 4 units. And Q?
5.
Okay, and Q in the next one? And R in the next one? Good, okay. So what did you do? Okay. Nice job. Yeah, hold on. Let me catch up with you. Okay, all right. And then you got P to Q to R is, go ahead. 12 to 15 to 5. Nice job. Okay. Any questions on that one?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, let's move on. I think you guys are ready to do the last two on your own. We'll check over these in about 2 minutes. All right, given that A to B is 3 to 4 and B to C is 2 to 3. Did I resume this? Find A to B to C. Oh, I did. Okay. Ray, can you help me out? Great job. Okay, tell me how you did it. Okay, so you used the chart?
Yeah.
Okay, so A and B. Oh, thank you. There we go. Okay. Well, that's not what I intended to happen. Okay, there we go. All right, so you have, oh, it's like a EKG there on my screen. All right, you had A to B and you had B to C. All right, and you said 3 to 4, and then in the second ratio, it's 2 to 3. Then what'd you do?
The B to C, I did
Okay. And you got?
and A equals 3 and B, both of these equals 4 and B equals
Great job. So it was 3 to 4 to 6. Nice job. All right. Elin, you want to help me out with the next one? Or do you have, oh, okay, of course.
that.
Well, you would have to simplify it after. Do you mean like if you multiplied the first ratio by 2, so you'd get 6 and 8, and then the second ratio by 4, so you'd get 8 and 12? So yeah, let's just see what that looks like, okay? So let's say we multiply this ratio by 2. We'd get 6 units for A, 8 units for B. We multiply this ratio by 4, we'd get 8 units for B and 12 units for C. So we'd end up with 6 to 8 to 12. So that is a correct ratio, but we always have to simplify. So we would then want to go ahead and divide all of the terms by 2, and 3 to 4 to 6 would be our final answer. That make sense? Okay. All right, next one. All right, letter A, S to T. Nora, you had a question. Okay. It is. Yeah, but Elin asked, what if we decided to multiply so that B was 8 in both ratios?
But I
But-
mean, like, I did it so that the response multiple is 4.
Yeah, and you should have gotten 3 to 4 to 6.
Never mind.
Did you do something wrong? Okay. All right. Letter A. Gabby, can you help me with that one?
Yeah.
Okay,
So I did,
so S to T is
ST is 24.
1 to 4. Great job. So we have S to T to U is 1 to 4 to 2, and we found S to T. Okay, how about letter B? Now we want S to U. Tyler, what do you have there?
1 to 2.
1 to 2. Okay. How about T to U? What do we have for T to U? Ashley. Nice job. Gave it to me simplified. Way to go. Thank you. Why can't I simplify that ratio? Liam?
Because all of them have to be like, have to have like any multiple.
Yeah, they have to be able to be divided by the same factor. And so we don't have a factor between 1 and 4 and 2 that's greater than 1. So we can't simplify that. All right, good job. Okay. We're going to spend a little time doing some independent work. Yep. So